So here is BYSI Beyondspring. This finishes at $26.58 today. That is up 176%. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. So here's AMC. This finishes at $29.84 today. That is down 11.16%. So this is pretty unfortunate because it was dumping off and then it looked like it was catching some pretty strong support at 32. And it looked like a reversal was starting. Nope. Psych. Now it's dumping again. And kind of looks like it's going into free fall right now. That's really not good. In general, all the meme stocks have been taking a hit. It's not just AMC. So let's analyze this. So right now this is trading between the sideways channel, the rectangle of 32 and 29. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 32, 34.70, 37.70, 40.10, 41.80, 44.50, 47.80, 51.30, 55, 58, 62.20, 64.80, 68.80, and then the all-time high of 72.62. Now, if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be 29, 26, 20.30, 17.30, 16.30, and then 14. There's a bunch of support below 14, but we're not going to discuss that right now. So right now at this current price, 29.84, the channels to the upside and the downside are pretty decently sized. Not too wide, not too narrow, but either way, this goes upside or downside, expect a good amount of price action. Especially from the channel between 26 and 20.30, that's a very big channel. So if this breaks 26 to the downside, this can take a major fall. And then if/when this hits $14, the channel starts to get really narrow. So if this breaks $14 to the downside, I expect the price action to slow down significantly. There is a lot of support at $14 and lower. RSI is currently at 35. So that is almost oversold and undervalued. Not quite yet, but it is approaching that. It did 84 million in volume today, which is above average. So pretty significant volume. So the sell-off today was confirmed by the volume. So right now, if you want to go long, personally, I don't recommend that just yet. This chart looks pretty bearish in my opinion. AMC does look like it's going into another free fall at the moment. And you really don't want to catch a falling knife. It's really hard to do that. Most of the time you end up buying in too early and it keeps on going down. So I would just chill right now. Wait for AMC to bottom out. See when it catches some support. It might catch some at 26, maybe $20. But it does appear like AMC has a good ways to go to continue to the downside. If you just hold off a little bit, you should be able to get a very good price on AMC. So if you want to go long, I support it. Just hold off at the moment. Have some patience. And you should be able to get this at a very, very good price. But I wouldn't do it right here at $30. I don't think that's a good idea. Now, if you want to go short, seems like a pretty good play. Not the best, because here at $30, you already missed a lot of attendees. Imagine you shorted at $60. But as I just said, the chart does appear pretty bearish, and this does appear like it's still going to free fall for a little bit. So logically, looking at this graph, looking at the TA, it does appear like you can make some pretty decent tendies if you go short here. But I would only do that in the short term. This is not one you should hold. Still pretty risky because this is AMC. This is the biggest meme stock, and at any moment, this can squeeze. Not very likely, but possible. So, do it at your own risk. You can probably make a decent amount of money here going short, but you are running the risk of getting caught in a squeeze, which is never fun. So I would support it, but, I just do it for the short term. Maybe a couple of days, a few weeks, maybe a week or two. This is definitely not one you should hold. Don't make the same mistakes as the hedge funds, holding a short position on AMC for the long term. That is a recipe for disaster. Sorry to everyone who lost money on this one today. Not financial advice, but maybe you should just cut at this point because it does appear like it's going to keep going down. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is AMC. So here is Robinhood, HOOD. This finishes at $70.39 today. That is up 50.41%. So it does appear that Robinhood did squeeze today. I was watching this earlier in the day, in the morning, and I think it halted like 3 times to the upside. So insane price action today. Hit $85 at one point. Pulled back to $70, but still very big day for Robinhood. So first of all, I see a gap up at around 48.50. So that's a bearish indicator. That is telling us that Robinhood is likely to come back down to 48.50 at some point to fill the gap. Probably sooner than later, honestly. Not saying that it will come back down, but usually the gaps fill. Not all the time, but usually. So there's a good chance this is going to come back to 48.50. So it did 174 million in volume today. Not much data to go off of, but this was the biggest volume day for Robinhood so far. So this pump today, this pump/squeeze today, was confirmed by the volume. If you want to go long right now, honestly, I don't really recommend that at this point. I've been saying that for the last couple of trading sessions, but especially now, after a 50% gain, you should expect some pullback. And there's really no technicals to go off of, except for the gap up at 48.50. It would suck buying in it here at 70 and then having to bag hold if it comes back down to 48.50. And in general, I don't really like making plays on IPOs, long or short, because you have no data to go off of. Very unpredictable. So it's kind of hard to tell where this is going to go in the short term. But now we're finally getting some data, and it does appear to be bearish right now. But, long term, I definitely think Robinhood will go up. This is a really bad entry point. I would not recommend buying in right here. So if you want to go long, I'd support it. Just hold off to at least 48.50. You can probably even get a better price than that. Personally, I think the best idea is just to avoid this altogether. Wait a couple of months and revisit this once we get more data. We can analyze this better. But if you really have to, if you really want to take a position, I would wait till at least 48.50. But maybe, in a couple of months, you can get this at 30 or even less. So if you want to go short, it would seem like a pretty good play right now. As I just said, this is likely going to come back down to 48.50. So congratulations to everyone who made money on this one today. Not financial advice, but consider taking profits. That's never a bad idea. Chart looks very bearish. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is HOOD Robinhood. So here is BYSI Beyondspring. This finishes at $26.58 today. That is up 176%. Okay, so there was some news on this, so let's get to that first. Shares are trading higher after the company announced results from its Dublin 3 trial of plinabulin in combination with docetaxel for non-small cell lung cancer, which showed the study met its primary endpoint. I don't know what any of that means. I'm not a medical professional. So very positive results from their clinical trials. Very good PR. And there were also some price upgrades. H.C. Wainwright & Co. upgrades to buy, announces $100 price target. Evercore raises price target from $30 to $95. So big price upgrades here. H.C. Wainwright thinks it's worth $100. Evercore thinks it's worth $95. That is a long way up from $9, which it opened at today. Very good PR on this stock today. Positive trial results and 2 massive price upgrades. So that in turn caused the stock to squeeze today. At one point in the pre-market, this was at $45. It was up 350%. Finishes at 176% up for the day, which is still extremely good, but pretty big pullback from $45 where it was at one point. So right now this is sitting on the support of $26.50, which it finished at today. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 28 and then 30, the all-time high, which it just hit today. And if it breaks 30, then it's on to the upside, onto uncharted territory, and the market will decide for itself what this stock is worth. Now, if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be 2060, 1780, 1670, 1580, $15, 1435, $13.50, $12.80, $12, $11.50, $11, $10.60, $10, and then the low of $9.20. So first of all, I see a gap up today at $9.50. That's a bearish indicator. Usually the gaps do fill. This means that this is likely to come back down to $9.50 at some point. But quite honestly, I'm not so sure if that's going to happen. I kind of doubt that, to be honest. A lot of price upgrades. The institutions really, really like this one. You know, average price target of $60. So usually the gaps do fill, but in this situation, in this scenario, I'm not too sure. I would say it's more likely not to fill than it is to fill. So this gap up may not mean too much, but, you know, just consider it. So right now at this current price, $26.60, to the upside and the downside, the channels are extremely wide. Expect a lot of price action either way this goes right now. You know, there's really no support or resistance holding this up. If this goes to the upside, this can easily go back to the all-time high, 30 and higher. If it goes back to the downside, this can easily go back to 1780. If/when this hits 1780, there is some support and the channels do get a little more narrow. Not that narrow. They're still pretty decently sized, but if/when this comes back to 1780, the price action will slow down a good amount. But there's still going to be a good amount of price action, just not extreme price action like we're going to get right now. RSI is currently at 92, so that is extremely overbought and extremely overvalued. So be careful, guys. And this did 83 million in volume today, which is by far the biggest volume day ever. Not even close. So very significant volume. This squeeze/pump today was confirmed by the volume. Honestly, it's really hard to tell where this is going right now. Just looking at the technical analysis, the chart, this looks extremely, extremely bearish. A lot of bearish indicators. Gap up, high RSI, high volume, massive price action today. Logically, everything is telling us that this is likely to come back down pretty hard. However, the analysts think otherwise. Some analysts think this is worth $60. Some analysts think it's worth $100. The analysts think this is worth way more than it's currently valued at right now. We're getting conflicting stories here. The graph, the TA, says bearish, it's coming back down, and the hedge funds are saying bullish, it's going up. So honestly, as of this very moment, I wouldn't take any position. If you're not currently in this stock, it's probably better just to hold off and watch where this goes in the short term, and then reevaluate, and then make a decision. Because right now, at this current price, $26.60, this is more like a gamble than an investment. But either way this goes, there's going to be extreme price action. It's either going to go moon or dumpster. No in between. So if you want to go long, I definitely wouldn't do it here. Hold off for a little bit. Have some patience. You can probably get this at a way better price. And if it doesn't go back to the downside, it's okay. You know, missed opportunity. It's better than taking a fat L. Better safe than sorry. Now, if you want to go short, not financial advice, and you would be going against the advice of the hedge funds, but based on this graph, this looks extremely, extremely bearish, and under normal circumstances, this would be a home run short play. All the indicators are there. This graph, this chart is screaming short or sell, but the price upgrades make me think twice. Do it at your own risk. There is a lot of risk involved with this. So congratulations to everyone who made money on this one today. And good luck to everyone currently in this stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is BYSI Beyondspring. So here is SOFI, Sofi Technologies. This finishes at $16.39 today. That is up 8.47%. So this went public not too long ago, and the apes really, really like this one. Wall Street Bets apes love this one. StockTwits apes love this one. It's been a pretty disappointing start. Hasn't mooned like everyone thought it would, but it does appear like we're catching some support, and this may be the bottom, and we might start to see a reversal soon. So right here, this does seem like a possible cup and handle forming. Top of the cup being 23, and the bottom of the cup being about 15. It does appear like 15 is some very strong support. Retested that a couple times. It has not been able to break 15. So hopefully 15 is the bottom, and we're going to see a reversal soon, and this might come back up to 23 to complete the cup. So that's a bullish indicator. We did have another cup back here, but it seems like that rejected. And now we're forming a new cup. So hopefully this one actually succeeds. Anyway, let's analyze this. So right now this is sitting on the support of 1650, which it finished at today. So if this goes to the upside, next level of resistance would be 1720, 1790, 1850, 19, 1975, 2050, 2120, 22, 23, 2390, 2430, 25, 26, and then the all-time high of 2826. And if this goes to the downside, next level of support would be 16, 1550, 1480, 14, 1310, 12, 1140, 11, and then the low of 1040. So the RSI is currently at 49. So that's very average. According to the RSI, this current price, 1640, is pretty fair market value. This did 26 million in volume today. Pretty significant volume. That's above average. So this pump today was confirmed by the volume. We're getting some bullish indicators here and some neutral indicators, but really no bearish indicators. So if you want to go long, I would support that. As I previously mentioned, looks like a possible cup and handle. 1480 looks like some very strong support. So at this current price, 1640, this is near the relative bottom. So I would have no problem buying in at 1640. And if it pulls back, you can rebuy at 16, 1550, and then 1480. It really shouldn't go below 1480. There's very, very strong support there. Going long here looks like a really good play. Not financial advice. I would support that. Now, if you want to go short, I personally would not do that, and I don't recommend that. For the same reasons, we only have bullish and neutral indicators. We have no bearish indicators. Again, 1480 looks like some very strong support. Pretty unlikely it's going to break 1480. And if it does, it probably won't go too much further than that. It's going to be pretty hard to make money going short here. So I really don't even think it's worth it. The risk is not worth the reward going short here. It doesn't really make too much logical sense. So it doesn't seem that smart. I wouldn't do that, and I don't recommend that. So congratulations to everyone who made money on this one today. And good luck to everyone currently in the stock and to everyone looking to take a position. This is SOFI, Sofi Technologies. Thanks everyone for watching today. I appreciate you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe and catch me every weekday after market close on the Smarter Gambling Show. You apes already know, diamond hands to the moon. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. See you guys tomorrow. Peace out.